Okay, guys, welcome back. And today I want to draft a gown, that very gown that you're seeing now. So this is the material I'll be using. This is just 3 yards of material, and this is crepe. So that is what I'll be using for this. I'm keeping this aside. So these are the basic things I've done so far before I remember to share it with you guys. So yeah, and I'll be putting both the front and the back together because of my pattern paper. So I have to manage it. Yeah, and I've gone ahead to mark my shoulder to my chest line, which is 8.5. Okay, then remember I'll be removing the 1 inch I used to stand the shoulder from this. Okay, so where to know my actual chest line is from here. Yeah, from here. So my chest line is just 7.5. Okay, from here to here is the chest line 7.5. Okay, and from this shoulder line here I took my bust point, which is 10 inches, under bust 13 inches, waistline 16 inches, sorry, hip line at 23 inches, and of course the length of this gown at 50 inches, then plus 2 inches hemming allowance at 52 inches. Okay, so the next thing I made is the next thing I did is taking my 1 inch zipper allowance. Okay, my 1 inch zipper allowance. Okay, my 1 inch zipper allowance. Then the neck depth of the back is 1 inch, the neck depth of the front is 3 inches, and the width of all is 3 inches. I also went ahead to take half of my client's shoulder at 7.5. Of course, I did my shoulder slant or slope, whichever one at 1 inches, at 1 inch. Then I had to connect it back. So that is basically what I've done so far. I remarked my client's half shoulder measurement here at the chest line, and I connected it back. So now we should mark the next thing now, which is getting the midpoint of this line. Okay, getting the midpoint. Okay, once you get the midpoint, like so, you go in by half inch. Okay, go in by half inch. Then coming to the chest line here, you mark half a quarter of your bust. The bust I'm making use of is 35 inches divided by 4 gave me 8.75. Okay, 8.75 is here. Wait, I think I made a mistake. 8.75. Okay, yeah. So I'll go ahead and join these dots together. So I'll just go ahead and curve. Okay, this is front my front armhole. Then this is me marking the back armhole now. Okay, marking the back armhole. Okay, front armhole, back armhole. So I hope you are following. So the next thing I'll be taking is the bust span measurement. Okay, her bust span is 7 inches. Okay, 7 inches. Yeah. So 7 inches divided by 2, of course, is 3.5. Okay, 3.5. I will mark 3.5, but I'll be adding my sewing allowance to that, which is 4 inches. Okay, so I'll be marking 4 inches here at the bust point, and of course, on the bust waistline. Okay, waistline 4 inches, and of course hip line 4 inches. Okay, hip line 4 inches. Like I took the 4 inches down to my hip line. Okay, and I'll connect the dots together like so. Okay, so the next thing to do now is to come up from the hip line by 3 inches. All right, 3 inches like so. Then from the bust point you come down by just 1 inch. Okay, 1 inch. Then at the waistline you'll be taking half inch on both sides. Okay, I took half inch on both sides. You could do, in fact, let me do 0.75 here. 0.75. Okay, 0.75 is what I did, and I'll just go ahead and connect it back to that 1 inch I came down from the bust point. Just watch what I'm doing so that you understand. I don't have to talk much. Then I also go ahead and connect it to the 3 inches I came up with from the hip line. Ignore any noise. So the next thing I'll be doing now is to mark our body measurements. So coming to the chest line, we have already taken our bust measurements. Then I'll go ahead and add my 1.5 sewing allowance. Okay, 1.5 sewing allowance. Then coming to the underbust, I will mark the underbust measurements, which is 7.25. Yeah, 7.25. I will replace my dart intake here, which is half inch. Okay, I'll place it. Then I'll add my 1.5 sewing allowance. Coming to the waistline, then I'll here at the waistline, I will be marking the waistline here. Our waist round is 27 inches by 4 gave me 6.75. Okay, then I'll measure my dart intake, which is one and a half. Okay, okay, 1.5. Then my sewing allowance, okay, of 1.5. So coming to the hip line, I will mark our hip measurements of 9 inches, okay, 9 inches. And of course, I will mark my sewing allowance of 1.5, okay. So I'll just go ahead and connect the lines together. Guys, I'm so sorry for the noise in the background. I'm so sorry, guys. I need to do that. Okay, so this is it. Now, coming to that side, I will measure what I have here at the hip line. Everything I have here at the hip line. Okay. Okay, everything I have here at the hip line. I will take it to the length. Okay. I will take it to the length of this. I'll take it here. I hope you are seeing it. I have to fold my paper for you guys. Yeah. So I'll take it here. Okay. And I also take it up just to have a straight line. I will mark until I get to that point just to have a straight line, guys. So yeah, I'll go ahead and connect my dotted lines together. Okay, so guys, this is it. Okay, this is our basic gown right here. Do you get? So the next thing I'll be doing now is to remove our zipper bulge. Okay, this is very important. Okay, you could do the many methods, but the only thing I do and it works for me is coming in here by half inch. Okay, then I will be connecting it to the upper part the way you see me do. I hope you're seeing what I'm doing correctly. Yeah, so I'll connect it here in this manner. Okay, and I also take it 1 inch below my hip. Some people take it before their hip, but this is how I do mine, for my hip not to pop out like the zipper part popping up, you know. So this is what I do and it works for me. So yeah, basically this place now is going out. Okay, this place is going out and this dart is going out. Okay, so the next thing to do now is to take this dart leg downwards. Okay, you have to take this dart leg down. Okay, the lines together downwards. Okay, the way you see me do. Now this is a basic gown. Okay, this is a basic gown if you want to cut your gown, but you don't have to take your dart down like I'm doing. So the next thing to do now is to work on the hip line. Okay, now what I'll do here is from the side of this waistline here, I will come in with 2 inches. Okay, I'll come in by 2 inches. 2 inches. Okay, 2 inches. All right, so I've marked my 2 inches here. So I'll go ahead and use my curve ruler. Let me know where my 2 inches is. Okay, so the middle line is my 2 inches. So I'll just use my curve ruler to connect the 2 inches. I'll connect these 2 inches here to this dart leg. Okay, yeah. So you may want to know how I'm placing my curve ruler here. So this is what I'm doing now. I'll go ahead and connect in this manner. Okay, then I'll go ahead and blend for it not to look sharp. Okay, yeah. So this is it. I want to try again. You should try until you have something. Okay, if you want, you can connect to the hip line. Let me try that and see. Let me try the hip line and see. Please don't take the hip line because it needs to align with your dart. Okay, it needs to align with your dart. So you have to follow the 2 inches to your dart leg. Okay, so now we are done. We are done with our drafting, and I'll cut the back, the back first. Okay, the back first. Back first. So at this point, I have cut out everything, and this is for the back. Okay, after tracing this pattern paper, for the back piece, then we cut off the neckline for the front and cut off the zipper allowance, then we cut out the front, okay, before we continue with this one. Okay, this will be slash and spread method. Okay, so I'll be keeping this one aside, then I'll cut out the front pattern. Okay, then I'll show you guys what next to do. So at this point, I have placed the back pattern on the fabric and I only added allowance here, just half inch for the joining. Okay, I'll go ahead and cut. I just notch, okay, my zipper allowance there, and also notch the down part, my zipper allowance. Please notch, oh, it's very, very important. I'll notch, okay, so that I will know where I'll be closing off. Now for this dart, I want to trace it out here now. Okay, I want to trace out this dart here right now. Okay, before I remove the pattern paper. So to trace my dart, I'll be putting my needle here. Okay, I also insert my needle here. I also insert my needle here. All right, and I also insert my needle here. Okay, then I'll turn it out this way. Okay, this one did not come out, but I already marked it. So I'll be using my pencil here. I'll bend my pin. Okay, I'll bend it and mark it out. Okay, I also mark out this one. I also mark out this one. Okay, so I'll go ahead and connect from here, from this point now to here. Guys, I'm using pencil here. Okay, I also go ahead and connect here. Okay, and I will connect it back here. This is very, very important. This way your dart will be okay. Everything will align properly. Trust me. Try it out if you have not, or if you have another method that you can achieve your own straight dart, then go ahead and do it. Okay, and stitch. You can see it's very, very easy. I'll hold it and stitch. Okay, hold it this way and stitch. It's very, very easy this way. Okay, so if you can try it out, go ahead and try it. You will love it. Okay, so this is the back pattern. Okay, and I traced this thing at the back pattern. You can see it did not come out at the front. Even if I wash this clothes, it will still clean off. Okay, so to continue, I'll go ahead and cut out the zipper allowance. Okay, I'll cut off the back neckline. Okay, the front neckline, sorry. Then I'll cut out the zipper allowance. If you like, you can fold your zipper allowance inwards. Okay, okay, I'll trim the neckline a little bit. Yeah, so I'll then go ahead and cut the front armhole. Okay, let me cut from here. I'll cut the front armhole. Okay, so I'll go ahead and use it to cut out the front. The front now, I have placed it on my material. Okay, and I'll just go ahead and cut it out. Okay, so this is the front. I have traced it, and I also add sewing allowance here. Okay, just here. Okay, and I'm already gonna have to mark my darts, and I'll go ahead to trace it out now. To achieve your slash and spread, you have to label your patterns. The part that is by the side, you label it side. Okay, the part that is the curve part, you just go ahead to label your pattern. Then you divide it by 1 inch. Okay, just as you see me doing now, you divide it by 1 inch. Okay, once you are done dividing it, you connect the lines up. Okay, connect the lines up just the way you see me do. Then you will achieve your lines. After you must have achieved the lines, go ahead to label them 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, and if you cannot know where the up is, go ahead to label the up and down. Very, very important. So this is me doing the slashing, and after this I will go ahead and spread it on my pattern. Okay, after I must have spread it on my pattern, I will be adding some little allowance. Okay, the line you are seeing there is the starting point. Okay, the starting line, and my fabric is folded into 2. I'm getting the fabric for the both side. Do you get? Okay, and each part will be unfold. After cutting this one, I will cut the next one. Okay, I'm just cutting the gathers for the side.
After this, I'll use the main material to cut the other part. Normally, I should have folded my fabric into 4 to achieve this, but it was not enough. Okay, so I had to cut it separately. And after you are done cutting, you notch the folded parts. Okay, so you will know where the part that will be up.
Okay, so at this point, I'll go ahead and hold my dart. Okay, I'll hold it. I use that to press it flat so that it will be easier for me. Then after which, I will go ahead and hem my hem. Okay, we just half inch. Okay, I don't want it to be too broad, so I'll just be using half inch to do all of them. And equally, I will go ahead and take my gathers. Okay, remember the place we notched. So I'll give it a loose stitch round. Okay, a loose stitch, and I will gather it. I will do same to the other fabric. Then we continue. Okay, at this point, I'm done taking in my dart, and this is what I have. I'm also gonna head to press it good, and this is what I have here. This is the down part. I have also gonna head to hem it. Okay, so this is it. This is my dart. Okay, this is my dart, and this is the hem. Okay, you can see this is looking very neat. This is the front piece. This is the front piece. You can see. Okay, you can see what I have here for the front, and this is the hem. Okay, so what I'll be doing now, this thing will have collar. Okay, as you already know. So what I'll be doing now is I will bring the back. Okay, I'll be working on the back now because of the zipper. Okay, I'll just go ahead and measure my zipper opening. I will measure my zipper opening, then close the rest 2 inches. Okay, then from here I will use half inch to take this down. Half inch. I will close here with just half inch. Then I will fix my zipper. We continue. Okay, and what I use here is invisible zipper. Okay, I use the invisible zipper for this. So guys, you can see the color of the zipper. Okay, I will still change it. All right, so having reached to this point, if you have not followed me, if you're watching on Facebook, please do have to follow me. If you're watching on TikTok, please follow me for more. If you're watching on YouTube, please I'm begging you to subscribe to my channel, all right, for more tutorials. And give this video a thumbs up for me so that others can be able to find it. All right, leave a comment in the comment section, write something nice. Okay, at least say thank you or anything at all, anything nice at all. If you have a question, do want to ask in the comment section. I will definitely answer you. So now let's proceed. So the next thing to do now is to join the shoulder with just half inch. After that, I will go ahead and take her body measurement. Okay, after taking the body measurement, I will then fix my ruffles. Okay, or my gathers actually. So then first of all, I will join my shoulder. Okay, and I will take my body measurement. Okay, then on the both sides I will be adding my gathers. Okay, then I'll fix my sleeve. It's just a basic sleeve. All right, I know you know how to cut that. That's why I did not cut it with all of us. That's why I did not cut it on camera. I know you know how to go about that one. So to cut the collar, I'll be making it of this line. Okay, so from this line I will measure 10 inches. Okay, 10 inches. This is both my neck round. So you have to measure your neck round. Okay, I don't like this video to be too hot or to be too long, so measure your neck round. Okay, your neck round. Okay, after fixing your zipper, measure your neck round. Okay, the collar now. Once you are done measuring the neck round, okay, measure your neck round, get whatever you get, divide it by 2, you mark. That should be the length of the collar. Okay, then the height of the collar should be 2.5. that is 2 inches is the main collar, then half inch is the sewing allowance. Then I gave 2 inches allowance out, okay, because the collar is extended out, and that is what you saw me do. So I will just go ahead and cut it out. This is just very simple to cut. There's not too much mathematics here. Okay, the extended part that is pointing out on both edges is the 2 inches I'm talking about. Then the height is 2.5, and that's because I have my sewing allowance. So once you add allowance here at this down part, okay, add allowance there so that you're not shorten the length of your distance board. These ones we have already added allowance here. Okay, then here you should also add allowance here. Any allowance that you can work with, go ahead and add it at this point. And yeah, I will go ahead and notch. my neck area. Okay, so yeah, this is it. This is it now. I won't be adding any color stay here. So I went ahead to add my interfacing to this. Okay, and the next thing I'll be doing is to cover them up this way. I will cover them this way. Okay, I will go and sew here, sew here, sew here. Okay, all right. I will sew here, sew here, sew here. I'll bring it out from here. Okay, I will do the same thing here. Sew here, sew here, sew here. I'll bring it out from here. But before you bring it out, make sure you notch it round. Okay. So at this point, I'm done ironing, and this is what I have. Okay, so what I'll be doing next is, remember we already have our midpoint here at the front neckline. So starting from that midpoint, I will place it here. Okay, I'll place it here. I will, from that midpoint, I'm placing from one midpoint. Okay, I'll place it. Then I will stitch. I will stitch it from inside. Okay, from inside, I will stitch it. Don't go out again. And end at the zipper part. After stitching, I will flip it over and top stitch on it. Okay, I hope you understand. So at this point, this is what I have. You can see our collar is sitting pretty. Okay, so this is what yours should look like. Okay, you can see everything is well seated. So the next thing I'll be doing now is to fix my gathers. Okay, I've already gone ahead to take the body measurement, and this is the curved part. Okay, so to fix my gathers, this is my gathers. I've already gotten the center front, the center of these gathers, sorry, the center of these gathers. So I'll just go ahead and place it here this way. Mind you, these gathers will end where your dart ends. Okay, the gathers itself will end where your dart ends, and this is what I have here. So after stitching it to my dart, you will notice that every other thing is now aligning perfectly. That is the sides. Okay, I will go ahead and stitch the sides. Okay, then I will probably do the same thing to the down part. Okay, you will notice that my gather ends where my dart ends. Okay, then I will stitch the rest down. You should drag your gathers to end where your dart ends, both for the back, okay, and for the front. Do you get? Then after fixing your gathers, you now sew it down, okay, making sure that both the back and the front are lines in length. Nothing should be bigger than each other. So that is what I will do. I will also do it to the other side. I will show you guys the final look, okay? See you guys next time. So this is the final look. Okay, this is how the gown looks on my client, and she really loved the outfit. So until we meet again in my next video, do subscribe to my channel, and happy new year in advance. I love you.